Hello and welcome to another special live edition of Alien Investigations. As always, I'm your host Steven, and joining me for another exciting matchup of the X-Files collectible card game is Mike, all the way over in Oregon. We're actually going to be playing another sealed deck game. We haven't done one of those in a little while. We've done 4 of them on the channel previously. They're a lot of fun. I typically find myself on the losing end of those due to
this. This is my first one ever. I've never done this.
This is your first one, and and we're actually going to be both using sealed starters and boosters from the Truth Is Out There edition. So, as I was saying, I usually wind up on the losing side of these games, but that's predominantly because I find myself using Premier starters and boosters, and so I think that the odds were not skewed in my favor, but we're on even playing field tonight because both Mike and I will be using sealed Truth Is Out There edition starters and 2 Truth Is Out There edition booster packs for this particular game, which, as with the previous installments, we will be opening live, and so everyone will get a chance to see what cards we draw. There's, slim chance we might pull an ultra rare in the course of opening these booster packs. So that's always exciting. Odds are against it, but nevertheless, it still makes it
I actually did that last night. So you know how when you have these packs sitting around, you're like, oh man, and with everything that was going on with me too, I'm just like, man, I just want something that makes me happy. So I cracked a pack open and.
Oh, you got the Spirit of the Amaru. Very cool.
Yeah, and I'm like,
nice.
Really, not for the live game, really. So.
Well, actually, don't feel too bad because that's that we've already covered actually in episode 8, I believe. The very first sealed deck game that we did, I pulled that same adversary from one of my 2 booster packs, surprisingly. So as far as our sealed deck games goes, that is the only ultra rare that has been pulled, if memory serves, at least on this channel. I can't speak to if there's any that have been done on Studio Squim. But before we get into that, Mike, I know you had some other things you wanted to talk about. Bring us up to speed. What's going on?
So you are also not privy to this. I came to this decision after some soul searching, some messages from people. A lot of people have been asking me, hey man, it was literally months and months and months ago, we were supposed to get that 200 subscriber card. And there were a lot of people that submitted some amazing cards. Originally, I kind of wanted it to be sort of a tribute to Matt. And it was really hard, man. It was really hard for me to go down that path because he is out there somewhere still. I don't know if he's watching us right now. I don't know, but I miss him horribly. And it was really hard for me to deal with that. And then I started going through some of the other cards that were submitted. And my main goal, my main thought was, which one of these cards brings me the most joy? Which one of these is just so stupid that it makes me, a stupid man, happy? And after going through a lot of these, it ended up being, and you did not submit this in any way for this, but it will be Cameron Poe. This card just makes me so damn happy, Steven. Like I said, I know you didn't submit it towards this.
Nope, that was entirely a gag card that was not in any way intended to be the 200th subscriber card.
Nicolas Cage makes me happy. His acting, especially in Con Air, and the fact that you went out of your way and did this, and I see it sitting back here, and I'm like, man, this card's so stupid. I love it. I just want to share it with everybody. Damn it, that's going to be the 200 subscriber card. So I'm going to talk to Dax somehow. I think we're actually able to text now. We'll see if it costs anything. And I want to get these out to anybody that wants a 200 subscriber card. Any of our subscribers on the channel, I want to get you guys a card. It's just a stamp to go to England, or Dax can mail them off from there. For me in America, it's just a stamp. I want this to be, I want the back to say it, and just thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Stephen, for this stupid card. I love it so much. Thanks, buddy.
My pleasure. My pleasure. That was a fun one to write. And if you notice on the bureau file number that I put there, it says NC1. So that is intended to be the first of more to come. I think I might wind up doing some more Nick Cage cards as we go along. You know, additional promos whenever the situation arises when we need a stupid promo like that.
He's been an agent in movies. Yeah. I mean, we could do like Agent Nicolas Cage, or or Agent Cameron. I don't know. There's
I'm going to do Pig at some point.
Oh God, Pig. God, what a great! He got robbed of the Oscar on that one, man. He should have gotten an Oscar nom on that.
That was, I mean, that's his. He said recently that is his favorite film, and I can see why he would go along that lines. I would think the Pig should have like a 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 effect to go along with that. So we might see a couple cards from that movie. And thank you, the three of you who are tuning in live for this sealed deck game. Please feel free to drop some comments in the feed, and we'll read them off as we're going along. I want to send a shout out to my coworker Madeline, who's joining us. She says, "What up? I hope you lose today." And she's talking to me, Mike. Don't worry, she's not talking to you. She's hoping I lose tonight, and I probably will, because as I said, I haven't done very well in these sealed deck games in the past. But we'll see how it goes. It's kind of a bit of the fates and who they decide to smile upon once we crack open these sealed cards. All right, Mike, so tell me, what am I looking at here?
Well, this is the table.
All right, so you haven't gotten a chance to pour a second dose of resin epoxy on it yet, right? Okay.
Yeah, I ordered it, and it'll be topped off. There's still some things about this. I'm sure you can't see it on the camera, but I mean, there's some bubbles here. One of the things I found is I didn't flatten the cards down, so as I poured the epoxy, air bubbles would slowly rise, which I couldn't get to them all. And then by the time they started setting, you're done. Thank God I bought a heat gun, because it would have been 10 times worse. But after looking at it and pulling it out here, I left the borders on here because I'm still going to pull, but I really like it. Even with the flaws, I think it looks really good.
And I'm inclined to agree. And I really do like the variety of cards that you've chosen to include in there. There's they run the gamut from commercially released cards to I know there's some Blackwood cards in there. I know some of my other gag cards are in there. I do see Evil Bunny Thinks You Suck over there in the corner. Mm-hmm. Yep. I do see your unexplainable time loss, your personal unexplainable time loss in there as well.
Yeah.
And you put a 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 in there too, didn't you?
Yeah, believe it. The 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬's right here, and I don't know if you can see it, but like right here where my finger's at, and then right here, there's like actually, I can't even see it on my own screen, but there's like actually massive bubbles right here that formed. And my theory is that like just 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 just had extreme gas, and I couldn't stop it, man. I couldn't stop it, and I tried everything, and then finally I'm like, whatever. Yeah, we're doing some stuff with the studio, getting a new capture card. It's gonna be a little fancier, faff, if you will.
Yeah.
And then my only concern with tonight's game is it going to be confusing? Because
yeah.
Hey, what are you talking about? I got an alien discretion here.
There. Anyway, all right. What do we have? Any other items on the agenda before we start cracking open these cards, Mike?
No, man, I'm ready. So I got my. I randomly selected a starter deck, and then you said it's the 20 boosters. You said you said that it was one starter deck and 20 boosters, right? So so I'm ready to go. It's going to take a while to open all these, but I'm ready to go.
Nah, just we'll cut to the chase. Just excise 18 of those. We'll just go with one starter, 2 boosters. How's that sound? So you're not
2, not 20.
2, not 20.
That's my bad.
So, Mike, before we get to cracking open our 2 starters, why don't we go ahead and reveal the number on the back of our starter so people get a sense of what lead agent we're going to be working with. What did you get?
I don't even know what they are. When I sent you those two, I literally just grabbed them, and they're like, "Oh, they're both evens." Was it evens?
I think they were both evens. Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, there's like I didn't even know like which ones were which. I never took the time to actually look. So I just grabbed one because I got a box of them over here, and I just grabbed it. And
so what do you got?
One.
You got number one. For this one, I have number 6. And since you're very well versed in X-Files CCG mythology, why don't you tell the audience what those numbers on the back of the Truth Is Out There edition starters mean?
That would be our great friend of both channels, Dave Frank, basically allowing for you to not get the same exact thing every single time. You could actually, it was 1 through 6. So if you went to the store and you bought starter deck 1, you're like, man, I didn't get these agents that I wanted. You could go to the store and get starter deck 2 or starter deck 6 and actually see, get different agents, different cards. They were constructed for actual gameplay, unlike Premiere was.
Mm-hmm.
So Dave Frank, thank you. I believe he took credit for that, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that's correct.
Which is perfect. But yeah.
Yeah, because people were complaining they weren't getting Mulder and Scully in the Premiere starters. They addressed that by making it so that, yes, Mulder or Scully will be found in each Truth Is Out There edition starter. And that, again, is dependent upon what numbers on the back. The numbers 1, 3, and 5, the odd numbers, indicate Fox Mulder is in there. The numbers 2, 4, and 6 will indicate that Agent Dana Scully will be in there. So, as we previously revealed, Mike, you have number 1, which means your lead agent will be Fox Mulder, and I have number 6 here. So, I'll be gracing this card mat with an Agent Dana Scully card. So, without further ado, Mike, why don't you do the honors and go ahead and start opening up your starter first.
All right, so this nice little banded set here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just run through these really quick. Unless we get something totally crazy, but Billy Miles. Okay, so my agents are going to be Hosteen, Jack Willis, Fox Mulder, and Tom Colton.
Excellent. Very nice. You got a nice alien investigation.
X-Files there, I'll just set aside.
Yeah.
So we got behavioral subterfuge, a lot of alien investigation.
Bit of a cult too.
A cult, yeah.
3 of them got a cult.
Oh yeah.
Light on the sciences though.
7, 8, 9. No sciences really. So
Colton's got 1, but yeah, that's about it. But yeah, you better hope I don't have an unexplainable time loss in one of these.
Yeah, for real. Broad Street, Philadelphia. Look at that. Central Northwest Oregon.
Your favorite place.
Lake Okoboji, Newark, Cumberland, University of Maryland, Aubrey, Maryland, Virginia, Franklin, Pennsylvania, Browning, Montana, where I'm from. Well, not Browning, but, Stevenson, Mass. For witnesses, I got Spencer. I got Sheriff Tappy. Now, this one's not signed, though.
Nope, but this one is. And actually, Mike, this one is coming to you, so I'm gonna get this in.
Awesome!
I'm gonna get this in an envelope to go out to you shortly. I was just waiting. I was like, I figured there's probably something else I'd be sending you at some point, but I would just double it up. But you know what? Not gonna have you waiting too much longer. I'll get that one out to you.
Maggie Holvey for some equipment. I got a wiretap, a lie detector, a government car. Did I tell you a fun fact about Dean Norris? Did I tell you?
I don't know. No, fire away.
One of Dean Norris's very first acting jobs was on a movie that was filmed in my hometown of Missoula, Montana, and just outside of Missoula, Montana, in Stevensville, Montana. It's called Disorganized Crime. And he plays one of the cops that pulls up to one of the criminals' cars, and he's driving, and he's just got the toothpick, but that was one of his very first roles, and that was actually filmed right where I live. So that was kind of
that's cool. And it's interesting to know that he has been basically typecast as a law enforcement character in pretty much everything he's done. And that is interesting to know that his first, if not his first role, as you mentioned, he also plays an officer of the law. So what else we got there?
Detective Thompson. Gary Coakley,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Detective Fury. And then it looks like my adversaries here, at least for just the starter
Taking
deck,
notes.
are Slithers in the Night,
Cult,
Crew Cut Man,
Method,
Psychotic Attack,
Method,
jeez, Suppressed Fury,
Result, but I don't usually need to worry about.
Deadly Blur.
Ooh, that's Motive.
And Poltergeist
Cult
Attack.
Investigation. Okay. Just keeping the activators in mind, so...
And we'll go to the other ones here. So it looks like I got a Trust No One.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Well, we're not going to have like a Kevin Morris RP generating witness out here, so I'm not too worried about that.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can pull this one off, man. I didn't anticipate this being in. Brother Martin is attracted to you.
Yep.
Ooh, that's
that is an affiliation activator right there, so I got to be wary of
Nerve
that.
Strike.
Yeah.
Running Gun Battle, Decreased Workload, another Tony, Ish Tribal Elder, Farmington, New Mexico, Fingerprints, and our favorite, the Conundrum.
Excellent. It's a really nice collated deck you got there, and the sites very much complement the skills that your agents are packing there.
You want to open your starter?
No, you go for it. You open all yours, and then I'll go ahead and crack open mine.
All right.
But actually, while you're doing that, I'm gonna at least go ahead and get the shrink wrap off of this. Sometimes that can be a pain, right?
Oh yeah. All right, let's see what do we got here. We got a knife. We got a psychiatric hospital. We got a hide combat. We got a gun jammed combat. We got a Doug Spinney. We got a government cover up. We got a hazardous sample. We got a GERD Thomas. It's so hilarious. GERD is what's known as when you have acid reflux.
Mm-hmm.
Medical treatment. All right, into the uncommons. We got the 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. Ooh, I like this one. We got a Samantha Mulder.
Subterfuge. Yeah, that works for your team.
We got a Hit and Run. We got a Government Serum, a Sheriff Daniels, and an Intruder Countermeasures Program.
A nice array of bluffs you've pulled between your starter and that first booster.
Yeah, that was a conspiracy heavy deck.
Yeah.
Or starter. Or I mean, geez, wow.
Booster. Yeah, you're right. I knew what you were saying. All right, so no ultra rare in that first one, though you did get a nice rare with the 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. But let's see what's in this one.
Olympic National Forest.
That's evidence, so that'll work with your team. So will that criminal Street. Colton's got criminal. Hosteen doesn't have criminal, but yeah, you should have enough with Mulder and Willis.
Yeah, Willis does, and Colton has too. So yeah. Martin. Oh, thank God.
Gosh, because I mean, buyers.
Worried about not having
buyers didn't show up there. Is actually, your team doesn't have any computer skill at all, but you need to hold more than just one.
He's going to help.
So a couple more buyers.
Briefing, SWAT training that actually has David Lewis in it.
Yeah, David Lewis.
Gun jammed. Harry Coakley.
Again.
All right. Truck Coast.
Okay, so you got two adversary negating witnesses going on there.
And Women's Health Clinic, Richmond or Richville.
Yeah, one of the screwy Truth is Out There edition sites that have, it has a question. It has a motive question, but a result keyword, or did I get that backwards? Did I get that right?
No, that's exactly right.
Yeah. Very cool.
Glock 19, nasty surprise, an equipment malfunction, and a decoy.
All right.
I'm a little scared, man. I'm a little concerned. No Langleys, no Frohickeys, no unexplainable time losses. Although you've got the sciences, you got a Scully deck.
Yeah, I do have a Scully deck, so odds are pretty good. I'm probably going to be okay in the sciences. But some of your bluffs there would certainly set me back if they should come up, because one of them you had that would change my my site prerequisite to Subterfuge 3, another one would change it to Bureaucracy 3, but thankfully that's not going to be too much of an issue, because one of the agents on my team is going to be Assistant Director Walter Skinner, who is well equipped in both Bureaucracy and Subterfuge. So, he may not be spending as much time in the Bureau, but joining Assistant Director Skinner is going to be Agent Jerry LaManna. Agent Janice, the trained medic, and as we mentioned previously, Agent Dana Scully. So we do have some sciences going on there. Unfortunately, she's the only one with the sciences available, actually. But yeah, Lamana, he's heavier in bureaucracy and computer. Janice has got some computer and medical skills, so that's pretty good. Though from what I saw you opening there, I'm not generally going to need to be worrying too much about like a computer access denied card getting thrown my way or anything like that. So that's the team right there that we're going to be working with, and I'll go ahead and lay flat these X files, which we're not actually going to be selecting for our hidden X file. That is our one and only pre-selected card in this game that we'll be pulling from just our own collections to use. Yep. So we're not going to get an advantage by knowing which X-Files came up in that starter. All right, so here are my sites. Gibsonton, Florida, Broad Street, Philadelphia, Ellen's Air Base, very nice place to go. Olympic National Forest, Newark, New Jersey, Genetics Clinic in Marin County, California, University of Maryland, Baltimore, Icy Cape. It's a little chilly, but right now we've got like 115 degrees here in Texas, so you know what? Icy Cape's looking pretty good right about now. Mattawa, Washington, Mayhem Propulsion Laboratory, Psychiatric Hospital Richmond, and Franklin, PA. And guess what, Mike? I too pulled a Byers. There you go. But he's actually going to be, he would actually probably come a little more handy on my side because I do have some computer sites that I'll be working with. But
yeah, he'll come in handy to sell.
Yeah, at best. But Sir Malcolm Marsden, Dr. Hodge, U.S. Marshal Tapia, unsigned again. So yeah, those are all the very, very common 1 RP witnesses right there. But I got a wiretap, government car, electron emission microscope, medical treatment, backtracking program, evidence destroyed, paperwork, clone, fingernail scrapings, in-service training, another travel arrangements. I think that's today. I think I pulled 2 of those. Peter Tanaka, Claude Peterson, Paul Mosinger, Ghost in the Machine, Puzzles Within Puzzles, Henry Trondheim. And here are some adversaries. Private McAlpin, the Zombie, Psychotic Attack, Mechanic, Darkness Falls, Suppressed Fury, Living Machine. And I think these were the ones that weren't banded, I guess. Alien Discretion, which is not really going to be useful on this team, unfortunately, because there's not really going to be any alien investigation sites in here. Kiss of the Vampire, way too rich for my blood.
Yeah.
NASA Mission Control, which, nope, that's a no-go because sciences and observation is not a pair of skills that's strong with this team of agents, which is too bad. Combat card, Block, M16 assault rifle, good for CP. Detective Thompson, which, you don't have a whole lot of bureaucracy on your end, so that would be a good bluff to have on hand. Dr. Sheila Braun, Detective Sharon Lazard, another Henry Trondheim, and a dissection, which will be great if I have that card in my hand when you play an adversary on me. So that right there is the contents of my Truth Is Out There starter. And now I'll crack open the first of the 2 booster packs, and come on, fingers crossed. Give me an ultra rare or something really good. All right, so we got the first booster pack here is Evidence Overlooked, SWAT Training, Paul Mosinger, Claude Peterson, another travel arrangements, which, with Skinner being here, that might actually be a good card to have on hand for moving him back and forth to the Bureau and whatnot. Detective Kelly Thompson, Dr. Berube, another Mayhem Propulsion, stupid multiplayer card. I always get screwed with those in these sealed deck games. Oh, cool, Symbol of Faith. It's a nice one. And Pheromone-Induced Psychosis, Body Armor, Crew Cut Man, and the Sandman. Those are some good adversaries right there.
Good one.
I'm a fan of those. Very cool. And, yeah, no ultra rare in those, but some decent adversaries, so I can't complain about that. But here is booster pack number 2, for which that includes Cigarette Butts, another Detective Kelly Ryan, Olympic National Forest, Broad Street, High Resolution Camera, Ambush, one of my favorite combat cards, Gun Jammed, Psychiatric Hospital, Maggie Holvey, Meet Brother Andrew, that's a rare Truth Is Out There card. Witness Intimidated, that is also a Truth Is Out There edition. only. Another Detective Sharon Lazard, another M16, covering fire, and stunning blow. So,
Woo!
Yep.
No Langleys, no Frohickeys.
Nope. So we are going to be having to work out countering our opponent's attacks the hard way. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull out the cards that I don't want because, yeah, there are a few. I'm obviously not including this multiplayer card in there. So now, just shuffle this beast here, and then we'll get this game started momentarily.
Feel free to trade up if you want to.
Trade up? What do you mean?
Well, I traded up for my pewter.
Oh, because you have Mulder? Very nice. Why don't you hold that up to the camera for everyone to see? That's awesome. Yeah, I might as well bring in Gen Con Scully.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Didn't think of that. That's cool. Yeah, that's a good idea. You've played a few games with me, so you know the rigmarole for deciding who's going to go first. I got 2 custom tokens in my hand, and whichever one you choose will dictate if you're starting off as investigating player or conspiracy player. So which hand's it going to be, right or left?
Right is right.
Right is right. And yeah, I would say so, because you're going to be starting off as the investigating player, my friend.
All right.
And I'll be taking on the role of the conspiracy player for this first round. Let's go ahead and draw our 7, Mike, and let's get this party started.
Alrighty, so none of us got red tape, so that's nice. So let's see. Colton's going to get me 2, Hosteen 1, Jack Lewis 1, so that's 4 for them.
Mm-hmm.
I get a free card too, by the way.
Yeah, don't forget about that.
And then Mulder will get me 2 more cards, and I'll go ahead and draw those, and I will defer to you, good sir.
Okay, very cool. All right, so I'm going to be selling Byers for 1, Maggie Holvey for 1, Sir Malcolm Marsden for 1. So that's 3, and I'll add that to the conspiracy pool. And of that, I think I'll just go ahead and add 2 more cards to my hand, and that'll take my conspiracy pool down from 8 to 6. And back to you, sir. Let's head into the healing phase. Of course, you're not going to be doing a whole lot of that because this is the first round, and we haven't even had a chance to throw down yet.
Exactly.
But what about requisition, Mike? Did you pull any equipment cards that you'd like to requisition before you send them out to the field?
Not at this time.
Not at this time, huh?
No, not at this time.
All right. So where are we headed?
Well,
deployment phase.
I think we're going to go to
the field.
Field, yeah. Well, yeah. I'm gonna.
Obvious.
Everybody's going to go out in the field. I'm going to deploy them all out in the field. And I think. Oh man, this is dangerous.
𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. What is this?
This is where you pucker up and kiss my ass.
Now listen,
you listen to me, you son of a bitch. This man's name is Albert Hosteen. You should remember that. Because if Agents Mulder and Scully come down with so much as a case of the flu, Albert is prepared to recite chapter and verse, file for file, everything on your precious tape.
It's a nice try, Skinner.
I'm sure you're thinking Albert is an old man. And there are plenty of ways that you might kill him, too. Which is why in the ancient oral tradition of his people, he's told 20 other men the information on those files. So unless you kill every Navajo living in 4 states, that information is available with a simple phone call. Welcome to the wonderful world of high technology.
Let's see. I'm going to use Holstein's token right off the bat.
Okay, I don't know how. You might have some. You might have some stuff to work with here, but we'll start with the RP cards. We got Ellen's Air Base, travel arrangements, psychiatric hospital, Gibsonton, Florida, Paul Mosinger, puzzles within puzzles.
Yeah, we'll go puzzles within puzzles.
All right, so that one has been afflicted with Hosteen's effect, and so if I play it, Mike will be awarded any question regarding my X file.
All right, I'm going to use.
And by the way, where is your hidden X file? I don't even see it on there because it's. Oh, okay, it's under your checklist. Yep. Okay, very cool.
I'm going to use 2 of Mulder's tokens, and I'm going to play Browning, Montana, Cult Investigation for Motive, and 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, behavioral, 4, and motive. So both motive sites.
Yeah. There's no bluffs. So yeah, well, let's head into the investigation phase and go ahead and divvy them out.
We're going to go Colton and Hosteen to Browning, Montana, and Mulder and Willis to 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. What is that, Missouri? M-O?
Missouri? Yeah.
Is it Missouri?
𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, Missouri.
Okay. Yeah. So Hosteen has 4 on his own for a Colt. So
all right. So we want to start with the Browning, Montana one. So you've met that prerequisite with Hosteen alone.
FBI. See you in about 8 years.
I hope not.
And so, yeah, you've got the motive question. Ask away.
is your motive ideology?
God damn it. Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, my X-Files motive is ideology. Well done on that, Mike. Oh, wow. Right out of the gate. Wow. And he's got another question coming right after that, too.
Yeah, except it's another motive question.
Oh, so that one's useless, isn't it? Yeah. Well, you want to take a crack at my X-Files identity now? Because I think you've got me down to, 8 of them or something now. 9. Correction, 9.
Okay, so I'll discard that. So we'll go ahead and we'll go to Aubrey, Missouri next.
Yep.
Hey, is your motive ideology?
Yeah, still ideology, right?
What?
Who would have thought?
Okay, cool.
Nah, don't worry. I'm not going to blow your mind by saying nope.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I'm done.
Why don't we head into debriefing, and I'm gonna get rid of puzzles within puzzles because with Hosteen's token cast upon that card is useless. All right, you discarding anything? Looks like you got to get rid of one.
Yeah, I got to get rid of one. I'm going to get rid of a gun jammed. It puts me at 7.
Sounds good. All right, so ready to pass it over to me?
Yeah, man, go ahead. Do your thing.
Thank you.
I'm going to eat my last piece of pizza.
Sounds good. And while you're doing that, I'm going to draw my free card and start a new round. And so, regarding my team's res here, Scully has 2. Assistant Director Skinner has 1. However, his game effect states that he is treated as a res 3 if he is in the bureau section of the table, of which he is at this point. Agent Jerry LaManna has 1, and Agent Janice also has 1. That is a total of 7, which will take my resource pool up from 5 to 12. And why don't we go ahead and buy 4 cards. And that'll take my resource pool down from 12 to 8. And I turn it over to you, sir. Sell at your leisure.
SWAT training for 2. Nerve strike for 3. Psychiatric hospital for 2. So 7. I'm going to draw 2.
Okay, so because this is my team's inaugural round, there is no healing that needs to be done, so we'll brush past that and head into requisition. And I did not pull any of my equipment cards. They must be all at the bottom of this deck, so we'll skip past requisition and head into deployment. All right, so we'll send everyone to the field except for A.D. Skinner.
If you'll excuse me, I have some catching up to do. The OPC did a number on my office. But I want to thank you for the quick turnaround on this.
let's go into case assignment, for which we'll be potentially sending the team to 2 sites.
Ooh.
One of which is Psychiatric Hospital in Richmond, VA. That is a monosite, Mike, it's a monosite with the keywords method and computer.
I thought the orders were to keep this patient in the dark.
He insisted on soft light. It's the only way he'd let us open the door.
And the other site is Gibsonton, Florida, from the classic episode Humbug, which is also a monosite with the keywords method and medical. So both of them are method sites, Mike. And if I get it right on the first go, then it'll be kind of like a spitting image of that first round you just went through. But because Gibsonton is a medical site, I'm going to use Janice's token, his RP token, that is, to pay for part of Gibsonton, and then I'll pay the full cost for Psychiatric Hospital, and that's going to take my resource pool down from 8 to 5. Bluff me if you dare, sir.
Yeah, I don't like the Gibsonton. Gibsonton? Is that what it is? Gibbon?
Yeah, Gibsonton, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Gibsonton, Florida bluff. One bluff.
Not a fan, huh?
I don't like that one. The other one, yeah, we'll see what happens. But that one I like.
Okay. Well, okay, let's see here. All right, so let's go ahead and assign our agents to the sites. We're going to send... Oh, no, before we do that, I'm going to use one of Scully's tokens and take a look at that bluff before we decide to assign our agents. Which one is it? Okay, it's Harry
Coakley.
He changes what keywords to motive?
Occult investigation, behavioral, and observation to method. So nothing.
He can't do anything. Okay. All right. With that, I'll go ahead and assign my agents to the sites, for which we'll be sending Scully to Gibsonton, so she can party on with the sideshow performers there. And we'll be sending Agent Jerry LaManna and Agent Janice over to the Psychiatric Hospital in Richmond, so they're not having to travel too far from DC.
Here. Quickly.
Who are you?
No, don't do this.
Please, no, don't. Leave me alone.
Why don't we begin our investigation with the psychiatric hospital, Mike? Let's start there. It is a computer 4 skill prerequisite that we have to meet, for which LaManna has 3 and Agent Janice has 2. So that gives it a total of 5 for our team's collective skill check for that site. And I wait any cards you have for me. Nothing? Nothing at all.
Nope.
All right. So with that, we'll declare this site investigation successful. And because it has proven successful, my team has been awarded a method question. And let's say, Mike, is by any chance your X-Files method violence?
Yes.
So just like in the first round, my investigation of Gibsonton is quite moot.
Dude. Maybe I should have asked what your X-File was. Jeez.
Well, we'll go ahead and discard Psychiatric Hospital because, yep, that one is done and done. And, well, we'll for the sake of convention, we'll head over to Gibsonton. Yeah, go ahead and unveil that bluff because Scully's already there.
Oh, yeah, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was Harry Coakley once again, and so we'll discard that one. And so, yeah, Scully alone has Medical 4 in her skill set, and that is enough to meet the Medical 4 prerequisite for Gibsonton. So, Mike, really? Do you want to counter my investigation at all? Do you feel so inclined? Nah.
I can't, man. I can't do it.
Not really? Nah, that's a smart move. So, once again, we got a successful site investigation, but unfortunately, because it is for a medical site, it just means that, yeah, we're covering ground that we've already tread. So, yeah, Mike, your X-Files method's still violence, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Woo!
The triple check. All right, my friend. Why don't we head into debriefing?
Let's do it.
All right.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep. And so, yeah, I actually drew a couple more, 3 other method sites on here. So I guess I'm gonna just be discarding. Well, not discarding. I can sell them I can sell them. I'm gonna get rid of Henry Trondheim, so he's gone, and then I'm also gonna get rid of body armor.
All right.
And with that, we'll pass it back to you, Mike. Draw that
free card.
Yippee! Free card.
Yay, free. And I'm going to get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Mulder gives me 2. Do I want to add any to that, though? Yeah. So I'm going to do Mulder's 2, and then I'm going to do 3 in addition to that. So I'm going to draw 5. It takes me to 10.
I'm going to sell a few sites. All of them are method sites because obviously we know Mike's X-Files method at this point. So my other psychiatric hospital is going to the trash bin, as is Franklin, PA for 2 and Newark, New Jersey for 2. All of those are mono sites. So 2, 2, and 2. That's going to take my conspiracy pool up from 6 to 12. And of that 12, I think I'm going to buy 5 cards, and that'll take it down from 12 to 7. So I need some stuff to thwart you. Back to you, sir.
I'm not equipping anything, and everybody's staying out in the field. And we are going to go to a site. That'll be
Imagine
fun.
that.
Yeah. We're going to go to Newark, New Jersey. Newark,
Evidence
New Jersey,
collection.
which is evidence collection for method.
Okay. Anywhere else?
No, we're just gonna go. We're just gonna rock the one site this time, I think.
Right on. Are you going to use Mulder's last token and pay for it, or?
Oh yeah. I am. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, no problem. So that's it for Mulder tokens right there.
Yeah.
Sorry, even Pewter Mulder isn't that awesome to generate
Yes,
the 4th one. No bluffs, sir.
All right. We're gonna send Willis, Mulder, and Colton.
All right, sounds good. So tell us about the evidence collection skills for those 3 gents.
Willis has 2, Mulder has 2, Colton has none.
It's not gonna net me much, but I'm gonna go ahead and play an adversary at this point. I'm gonna play the psychotic attack for 4, and that's gonna take my conspiracy pool down from 7 to 3. My bad.
Oh my god. Now that is a trick. Hey guys, take a look at this.
Careful, lights.
And the psychotic attack, Mike, has the activator of method site, of which this is one. And so the psychotic attack, Mike, has the keywords evolutionary and pawn. And I know for a fact that is not one of the adversary negating witnesses that you pulled, so I'm good on that front. Do you have any cards you want to play to potentially negate that card, or shall we say head into combat?
What are his short and long range?
His long range is 3, and his close range is 2. His health is 5. And for his long range, he has the ability to split that among all opponents if he so chooses.
All right, we're in combat.
Michael? Jimmy? You in there?
Time to call 911.
Don't move!
So we are now in combat. Mike's 3 agents will be squaring off with the psychotic attack from the episode Fire. Fire Hands. I'm going to do a little clip there so that will make sense to the people watching this in post-production. Mike, tell us about your team's collective long range, if you don't mind.
Willis has 3, Mulder has 2, and Colton has 2 for a combined total of 7.
Sounds good. And yeah, that's going to be more than enough to defeat the psychotic attack, combat cards notwithstanding. Before we inflict damage, Mike, do you have any combat cards you would like to play for this round?
No,
you're good? You're good?
No.
All right. So like the psychotic attack, again, has a long range of 3, and he'll use that 3 to inflict all on Agent Tom Colton, which will be enough to zero out his health. But simultaneously, your team will be using their combined 7 long range to defeat the psychotic attack, which will send him to the trash bin. And Agent Colton will be on his way over to the ER with 3rd-degree burns.
So this was one thing that I always forget, and Matt always had to walk me through this. So if he's got 3 health, that would mean 2 tokens on him?
3 tokens.
3 tokens?
Yep. You're thinking basic. Basic, he would have 2 tokens. But yeah. So he's got 3 health, so it's currently at 0. So for each healing phase, you're gonna only be able to increase his health by 1 because he's a 3 health agent. So he's going to be out for 3 rounds unless you have a healing card you can play on him.
I'm just going to play this now.
You got a medical treatment.
And combat's over, right?
Yeah, combat's over. He's at the hospital. We're back into the investigation phase.
Okay, well, I might as well play these now. I'm going to play a medical treatment for 1.
Get ready, please.
Facial temps 86 degrees.
Right eye dilated.
Dropping.
Left eye dilated.
All right, people, let's get him into that tub. We're going to lose him. 3. 1, 2, 3. This is 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, military personnel only.
I'm a federal agent.
Hold on, you're not going anywhere until we can see somebody.
There is no time for this. A man is dying.
And that'll take his health up to 1. So yeah, now he's only in for 2 rounds unless you pull another healing card in the course of the game.
Oh, I got one right now.
Oh, you got 2 medical treatments. How about that?
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll be healed when it comes right back to you. So yeah, that was a wasted endeavor on my part.
Other drills, charge and ready.
Clear. No rhythm.
Charge.
No.
Clear.
I'm picking up a faint pulse.
I want a digoxin 0.1 milligram IV. Hang a heparin drip at 1,000 units per hour. And get him 2 units of fresh frozen plasma now.
Species not even
He's
recovered.
going to make it.
And what's worse is that I've got no other cards to be able to stop your investigation. So ask away, my friend.
Method.
Yeah. Method. See if you're as lucky at guessing the method. Madeline. Yeah.
I'm totally going to take a guess at your X file regardless because you already know my method. Dude, what? This is stupid.
Something tells me you're going to get it.
No, like the exact opposite.
Really?
Subterfuge, 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 subterfuge. Threats, 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 threats. And then one other one.
One other one, huh? Imagine
That's
if it was
so
that
cool.
other one. I don't know what the other one is, so I don't know.
I have to knock 50% of them off.
that would make sense.
Is your method subterfuge?
Dude, you are on fire tonight. Not and just like like Agent Colton, you are on fire tonight, my friend.
Subterfuge, huh?
Yep, it is subterfuge. My X-Files method is subterfuge. You got me down to like 4 now. Do you want to take a crack at it?
Yeah.
Hit me.
Are you Donnie faster?
My X-File is not Donnie faster. So now you got me down to what, 3 now?
3, yeah.
Okay, and because your identity question was incorrect, I have been awarded a penalty question. So
I guess you could ask the identity.
I might as well take a crack at your X-Files identity because I already know your X-Files method is violence. So it's a 1 in 11 shot at a win right now.
Things have happened.
Well, best I might as well just try to scratch off one possible affiliation going into the next round. So, Mike, by any chance, is your X-File the Manitou? Are you serious? Holy cow! 1 in 11. 1 in 11 chances. Damn, let that confetti rain down upon me, son, because wow.
Lyle, answer me. Lyle, are you all right?
Well, that's game, people. A bit premature, if I do say so, but holy cow, that right there is one for the books. Damn,
man, this is your first win against me.
No, it's not. I've bested you before.
Did you beat me before?
Yeah.
Not on televised games, though.
Not on televised. We have only, we've played a few private recordings, I think I won 1 or 2. I know one's coming up pretty soon in the queue to edit. I think I got you on that one. Not that I don't much care for winning on penalty questions, so it doesn't really feel as earned
dude, I should have known that was coming too. I'm just looking at Occult and
it was the only one.
Only violence.
Yeah, I was torn between asking if it was Brother Martin because it's the only alien X-File with violence. So I was seesawing back and forth between one of those two because I was like,
I had that waiting.
Which was that one in your hand right there?
Yeah, I had that since the first poll, man. I've just been waiting for you to play an affiliation.
And
site.
I would have in the next round because I did draw.
Man!
Yeah. Ellen's Airbase was coming up, and that's why I said I'm going to try to scratch off one affiliation going into it because I was going to play Ellen's Airbase, send Skinner out to investigate that solo. And your Brother Martin would have walked all over him easily.
Man.
So, well, I'm glad I don't get to go down that dark timeline, right?
All right. I get my 3, right?
Yeah, you get your 3. Go for it. Yeah.
Well, I got you down to 3, so...
Is your X file this? Is your X file that? Is your
Is your X file alien listeners?
My X file is not alien listeners.
Is your X file Sheriff Tom Marins?
Well, I'm glad you got 3 guesses, Mike, because that third one is what you're going to need to bring it home.
Alien conservationist.
Yes, yeah. My X file is indeed alien conservationist, but yeah, your guesswork was on fire up until the game was over. So I got to commend you on that. So
man,
that's Madeline's shocked face at my 1 in 11 guess.
That was a good guess.
That was a hell of a guess. So, and unfortunately, because this is a short game. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we had a lot of stuff to talk about in the beginning, so that will eat up most of that hour in post production. Because I like to keep the episodes like 60 minutes thereabouts. So I want to send a thank you to you, Mike, once again for sending me these sealed cards. Because again, these things are freaking hard to find.
Yeah, man. I got more there. I got more up here. Anytime I see a good deal on them, I usually pick them up just for these kind of reasons. So.
Excellent. And I also want to send a thank you to 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 in advance for the clips that he will be providing me for this episode when it gets time to editing this. Oh, of course, before we go, if you like this video, please give it a like and be sure to hit the subscribe button, of course. I don't have... What's that, Mike? I don't get that.
Smash it. Smash
that subscribe. Take a hammer to it. Well, no, don't break your device. But yes, smash that subscribe button. Whatever verb you want to apply to it, just, make sure to give that subscribe button a tap. And yes,
do it.
You can always drop a comment too as well. Let us know if you have any ideas for some augmented games that we can play. Or you can reach out to me. The email I'll post on here as well, alienvestigations19@gmail. You can reach out to me through there. You can find me on Facebook. I'm very easy to find. So you can always reach out if you have any questions or you want to talk about the game. I'm easily reachable. Mike, do you have anything you want to add before we sign off?
No, man, it was a good game. Well played, and congratulations.
Yeah, definitely one for the books. So I also want to thank the viewers for tuning in. David Peace at Studio Swim, Madeline at work. I don't know who else was tuning in, but thank you for watching. All right, and we'll say goodnight. Thank you for watching, and be sure to tune in next time for another edition of Alien Investigations.
All my time waiting for a sign. I even smoke, I've no job, no friends. I never ever